Mishra of class 9B will be speaking a bit more than a few words on today's topic. Well, the reasons why today's topic exists. The Pokhran tests in 1998. The world is such a small place, said Angela Robinson. Oh boy, was she wrong. For in this small world, there is room for massive and unadulterated hypocrisy. But today stands as the anniversary of the day on which India decided. Of course, I talk about the 11th of May 1998, when at 3:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time, the Defence Research and Development Organization, under the leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, as well as the indispensable coordinating efforts of the Department of Atomic Energy, led by Dr. R. Chidambaram, as well as 56 engineers' combined effort, led to the 2 nuclear tests which made India the 6th nuclear-armed nation behind the US, the USSR, now Russia, the UK, France and China. The West was not late. They had already fumed when in the previous year, India had not signed the Comprehensive Nuclear Test Ban Treaty and had, in the year 1968, also abstained from signing the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. Afterwards, the USA imposed multiple trade and economic sanctions unless India immediately stopped, and Japan did follow suit. Interestingly, Pakistan, just 17 days later, on the 28th of May 1998, performed their own nuclear tests in the Rasko Hills in Balochistan named the Shagai-1, which the USA responded to with more sanctions. During this period, let us not forget, the gruesome Kargil war was raging, and with these tests, the world was on the precipice of a potential nuclear war, which could make a significant impact on the world's population and availability of goods and jobs. In spite of the West putting pressure on our government in order to keep the key to nuclear power for themselves, Russia abstained from condemning India. India's GDP grew by 7.6% and the sanctions were lifted within a year. Thus, India braved the storm, stood tall and ultimately won the prize of nuclear power. This also signaled a massive shift in Indian foreign policy from their timid approach under previous governments. Therefore, George Herbert very rightly said, where there is a will, there is a way. The same applies here. Thank you.
1998 in Pokhran, Rajasthan. History was scripted despite the immense pressure placed on India by the West to stem our progress in nuclear power. India did not bend to their hypocrisy and instead.
Today is a day for the ages. Thanks to you, Dr. Kalam, and you, Dr. Chidambaram.
Don't thank me, Mr. Prime Minister. Thank researchers at DRDO. Thank Dr. Chidambaram, as well as the government for supporting the endeavor. On the behalf of Atomic Energy Commission, I'm glad to say that our country has achieved success in nuclear and has become nuclear power. And I thank everyone for their support.
Today, at 3:45 Indian Standard Time, India conducted 2 nuclear tests in the hills of Pokhran, Rajasthan, making India the 6th official fully fledged nuclear power.
Numerous countries, including the USA and Japan, imposed economic sanctions on India, but India was not deterred.
India must cease their nuclear testing immediately as it compromises world peace. India will continue to progress in nuclear power, peacefully keeping our own interests in mind. Jai Hind.